umeniua ya kwani mashakil bijere salambi wansulu kanina kuluhibu badu ya jama mashakil bijere salambi wansulu salam alaikum alaikum salam salam alaikum alaikum salam salam dema binadi bet ya kwani na kan belet ma fi fogo salam dema binadi belet ya kwani na kan shokol tatu ma fi fogo salam dema binadi shokol ya kwani.
مساء الخير from Landing Zone and Face the True Media, Facebook and YouTube. أنا شايف ناس هناك. Please don't hesitate to share the live video. بعد شوية كده أنا هبدأ. But meanwhile, because I wanted to share also on my site, please don't hesitate to tag friends and share the live WhatsApp or the other platforms that you might be familiar with, or you will be part of those platforms a little bit from تعرفهم في اتجاه بتاعك. So شكرا كثير in advance. أنا بسلم عليكم مرة أخرى يوم جديد. Happy Saturday from Australia. It's 12:07 p.m. My time zone. So yeah, share. بشغل غنى تاني. Then I will play. I will start shortly after I share the room or video.
Seme wajama ketalaboe nalofilo yala hibo zaide kabala galade dekima mevo seme antaiwe aburu jibuna nasia abawe aburu biona namaba mami my darling itasa sibimara maya la dole yaljina ure apanata Kenya wacha mawe najikumbuka Sudani haitaji mataroa muzibire imali mama anito ani asia baba mozawaya anito ani awaya baba ibe abdala anito ani zeida baba kiza kumare mama anito mahurdole fibara nagikumbe shumu baba kashimu kasma daraman ismaila angara elifa daraman na anito malumo fesa sejadi baba bumi nagikumbuke tokum
بسلم لكم تاني مرة جديد. مساكم خير. الزول اللي هناك ده معلش اعمل شير. I'm trying my best on my side too. Let me see one more song, then I will come.
Django Key Manager. Junubi nasimata kundisa taide Kisa de muhimle anawita Ukisa de sukari windu mana kebir O kebir vya yata nina Abuta isa kala skerita dola Meata otalata alifishar Mabibi ufamwele shwalta degik Akil fi beta tubika mushkila Lakin mafi mushkila Mata kore rabuna gainu Itapi zuruk wele itapi tap Mata kore rabuna gainu Jamanana sukera na geni tugu wana zadukan kumsare Ayakan sabu ayakan sukun lakinana mabi feki In everything you do kudu fibala take rabuna gainu In everything you do kudu fibala take rabuna gainu Jamanana sukera na geni tugu wana zadukan kumsare Ayakan sabu ayakan sukun lakinana mabi feki Zamanana sukera na geni tugu wana zadukan kumsari Ayakan sabu ayakan sukun lakinana mabi feki Utanin bigulita mababi nujua Utanin bigulita mabibi warabia Utanin bigulita mabiliko shokol Lakin mafi mushkila mata kore rabuna gainu Itakanta boda wala tamatam Itakana tala wala kangafiri Sakal sedi rabuna gainu Itakan sukar wala itakan kebir Sakal sedi rabuna gainu Ita businessman wala ta askeri Sakal sedi rabuna gainu And big up to the Asolas, yeah My homie Chris Navy In a jamming bed meaning nothing to something In everything you do, kudu fibala take rabuna gainu In everything you do, kudu fibala take rabuna gainu Zamanana sukera na geni tugu wana zadukan kumsari Ayakan sabu ayakan sukun lakinana mabi feki Zamanana sukera na geni tugu wana zadukan kumsari Ayakan sabu ayakan sukun lakinana mabi feki Junubi nasimata kundisa taide Kisa de muhimle anawita Ukisa de sukari windu mana kebir O kebir vya yata nina Abuta isa kala skerita dola Meata otalata alifishar Mabibi ufamwele shwalta degik Akil fi beta tubika mushkila Lakin mafi mushkila Mata kore rabuna gainu Itapi zuruk wele itapi tap Mata kore rabuna gainu Jamanana sukera na geni tugu wana zadukan kumsare Ayakan sabu ayakan sukun lakinana mabi feki In everything you do kudu fibala take rabuna gainu In everything you do kudu fibala take rabuna gainu Django bro sing this
Okay, that was team manager. Okay, أنا بسلم عليكم. معلش I was bit coughing since last week there. Uh, that was team manager. وانا بتاع عنده معنى كبير عنده معنى. You just need to sit down and listen to him really carefully, and you will really definitely get the meaning of the song. The song is really touchy. The song is will tell you that how South Sudanese citizens or how South Sudanese people are surviving from their early young age until they become an adult and they start to get getting having their own family members of our family, as like a wife and children, and the children will go through the same system that their father and grandfather came through. Like there is no improvement. Although that we have fought the Harabita Junuba Sudan for almost 51 years to have our country as an independent country because we wanted to live happy like any other person out there living happy, but yet looks like we still have long way to go as South Sudanese citizen. We really need to work hard to liberate ourselves again one more time again. So that was just the start of the show that I just okay. Uh, our topic is open mic or open discussion or open negotiation. Pretty much when I come with open negotiation, I don't have particular uh, a topic that I will be talking about. I will touch base on here and there, and then like if anyone wanted to come up من الناس اللي بيشاهدوا later on, they can come over and they pretty much can even offer something that they have or they heard. They can ask that question. وكمان نحن بنقدر إننا بنقدر نناقش the same حاجة اللي هو بيجيبوا لنا. I just wanna give you a little brief of our platform, landing zone, HD and Face the True Media plus Landing Zone YouTube. We normally here to give you some information that maybe you have missed for the whole last week or 2 weeks back. We keep you updated, but again, we will try to be accurate as much as possible because we don't want to deliver a message that tomorrow you will come back and say this statement have been given by Gune is not accurate information, is not true, is 70, 60, 70, 70, 60, 50, 40% is all lies. We don't want to do that. We normally sit down and digest the messages that comes to us and we see what is going on the ground with our people, with our communities, and how our people are surviving. And we digest things and we do research, then we come out here and give you why we're here and why we're saying this or why we're doing it. So, and then you can sit down also analyze your own side from our statement, uh, see how we're going. That's another thing. The second thing that I wanted to say also, if you can help us with sharing the video, it will really be good. ده حاجة تانية برضو share the video into other platforms عشان إن إحنا نقدر نلقى some عشان الرسالة توصل برضو للناس اللي إن إحنا ما قادر أنا ما friend معه ولا مثلا زول I can't see they can't see my platform or maybe they are not my followers. That's another thing. And lastly, landing zone and on Face the True Media. the sisterly platforms has its own rules. One of the rules that I have in these platforms, we agree to disagree. That's my main point. We don't insult, and we don't like people to insult us back as an admin of this platform, because if you keep or you do that, 100% sure I will delete your messages, and I will ban you from the room or from the platform, because I don't really have time to sit down and listen to somebody insulting me or insulting uh, one of my example. If I have any visitor here or any guest here coming on the screen or in the comment section, because many times happen, people can fight on the comment section, why you write this, why you do this, and why you, like, people will start to argue. Then you will see one person will go really harsh and start to insult. We don't tolerate that. Me myself, I don't want anyone to insult me, because I don't insult people. If you do that or you start doing that, I will for sure delete all your messages and ban you from the platform, which is something that sadly I don't really want to do that. I want you to come and listen to me every week or every 2 weeks, whenever I'm here with a little message that I have. I wanted you to come and listen, because through you somebody will hear the statement or the message that I'm going to send across. Because ما في شغل بيشتغلوا بواحد زول. Normally we have to put our hand together to work together and to make things work for each other, and to make things also work for our people back home, because our people, remember, our people back home, uh, they are voiceless. They cannot speak. They cannot express their feeling. They cannot come and say, I have this pain, and I have that pain, and I'm being mistreated, or I'm being maltreated, or I'm being like uh, somebody down looking on me, like I have been abused. Nobody can come and say that in our country. But luckily, that because we have us here outside, we're acting on behalf of them. We're talking on their behalf. We send their messages across to reach to other people that they don't know how our people are suffering back home. Okay. Third thing, or yeah, I believe it's third thing. The third thing is you come to our platform. You want to come to the screen. Definitely, I don't want to see you like, what can I say, like in the mood of weekend happiness, because many of us over the weekend, today is Saturday for me here in Australia, and I believe it's Saturday early morning in the other countries. So I don't want to see you coming here happier, and you really don't know what you're doing. When I say happy and happier, I don't mean the normal happiness that everybody has, but I mean, like, because we back home, when somebody drunk, we call it filana lela muksud. So I don't want to see you that way, and demanding to come up, because when you request to come up, I will never know that you are in that mood, or you in that uh, position. I will just bring you up, but if I figure out your is not good, then I will just drop you peacefully, like kindly, because I don't want you to be looked at like with the other rest of the viewers, or taban video that for YouTube, and it's going to remain there. I don't want people to see you like you're one of those drunkards, or you're one of those useless person that never take care of himself, and always doing hajat al ma quiz. So it's good to be tehet. Just listen one time, one day. If you're fresh and free, you most welcome anytime to join me on the stage and send your message across. So that's the type of the rules that we have. Don't insult your comment section, Zemanaguta. That insult and uh, Damair or Asarib is that now is not in this platform. I will say thank you and goodbye. Just go and see another platform and join it. For some other platform, they can accept those stuff, but not on my side here. So okay, أنا من البلاتفورم ده أنا ترى أوصل رسالة بتاعي أهلنا في جنوب السودان for those who lost their loved ones for the last couple of days because I was here 2 weeks ago, I believe. Only last week I didn't come across because I was at work, but today I'm free. So we have lost a couple of people uh, in our community. This morning I heard that there is a young man died in US, have been, I think, killed or something, and there is another somebody familiar, Bardo, lost their lives in South Sudan. She's an elderly woman, and there is many of them. This is the only those I knew. But في ناس تانيين أنا ما عرفتهم وما سمعتهم, but they still from our community or our friends or our family friends. Let me just send these condolences across to anyone that lost their loved ones. May God rest their souls in peace and God comfort you as a family members and loved one and give you strength because ya jama, this is how our life is. We just here temporary in this world. One time, one day will come. We will be all following them. So let us take it easy on ourselves. There is nothing that we can match, but we can pray for each other to comfort each other. We can communicate with each other. If we become like we know each other, we can communicate and comfort each other. That's the only thing we can do. And I want to say also quick recovery to those who are sick, who are wounded, who are falling in trouble. ربنا يشفيكم ويديكم شفاء عاجل شفاء من السماء. ده حاجة برضو I wanted to say. Another thing I wanted to say here also, I don't want to forget this. Okay, another thing that I wanted to say here, I want to welcome back the ex-mayor of Council City, Juba, Calista Lado. We have heard and we know for the last couple of months, almost 5 months plus, Calista Lado have been kidnapped by South Sudan National Security. Then his whereabouts was unknown for a couple of months until last month. We have heard from the Vice President Waniga came up, whereby it was prayer for Uncle Alfred Ladugore. His prayer that because he was sick and he went to the treatment, he came back healthy, and people conducted a prayer for him, family prayer. They invited families and friends. And Waniga came and broke that statement there, but Kalisto Lado have been arrested by the government. But before government have denied his whereabouts, government has denied that they don't know nothing about Calista Lado. We were looking all over the place, all the national security bases, all the Blue House and Mahalat Al Gadin يقفلوا فوقه مساكين innocent people. It wasn't clear. It wasn't clear. His family member doesn't know where he is. There is no contact. There is no really nothing, no information at all. So until last month, Waniga came and broke that breaking news at that prayer of Ladugore. Then by then we know at least he's somewhere. But how is his health? Is he there good? Is he sick? Is he eating well? How is his mobility and all this? Because we have heard that he have been tortured to the level that uh, not good. That was the news came out that we have heard after his arrest. Okay, we conducted last for the last week and a half. We've been talking about it regularly in Clubhouse. Then 3 days ago, we came up with initiative of let us go with mass campaign. The mass campaign is going to go for 7 days, hashtagging his name with his picture, demanding his release by uh, from national security of South Sudan. You can use all our platforms we have to utilize all our platforms, like example Facebook, TikTok, Twitter account, Clubhouse, and there is more other apps out there. As long as you're one of those people who have those apps, we have to utilize these apps to hashtag his picture with his name and demand his release. And I really want to thank God that suddenly yesterday around I think around 5 p.m., 6 p.m. I believe I received call that he have been released. Then the second thing that I have seen, his lawyer put it outside in his Facebook account that his client is free and he's home now. And then a couple of minutes later, we have seen all his pictures have been posted on the social media, like a Facebook platforms, but to be precisely, family members are there, friends are there, Uncle Ladugore is there. So people has came to see him, to be with him, to support his family at this critical time. Yes, we have seen that he came out, but again, how is he look like? How is his health at the moment? Calista Lado came out really. He lost lots of weight due to his health condition because the guy is diabetic, but again, maybe there is things going on. He need a general checkup. He need to follow up with the doctor, a specialist precisely to take care of his issue, to take care of his health for a couple of months or maybe at least 1 year. He needs psychologists, that somebody to see, to like at least to communicate with him daily in terms of like counseling, like somebody to counsel him. I know the family is there, everybody's there, but again, professional counseling is very important at this particular time, because انت بعد مرات ما بتكون متوقع حاجه زي ده بيحصل لك، but suddenly boom, things happen out of control. uh, uh, Things happen out of control without even you uh, like knowing that there is something will happen that in major way towards your side or towards your life. Anyways, الحصل حصل لكن حصل من غير إرادة بتاعنا كشعب جنوب السوداني. And let me just make this clear. I was standing with Calista Ladu today. Calista is a son of South Sudan. Calista is son of Equatoria. Okay? I don't want you to go and mix up things around, because this is what we face in Clubhouse. Because you, example, if you become one of those who in political affiliated person, you become one of them, things will be twisted. Things will be like, you know how Junubin is. Junubin makes up stuff, be like Mona, bita bonianne. بعجنوا باللخبطوا لما انت تسيره ده ما بعرف الكلام ده كان طالع من وين ودخل كيف وانت ذاته you will feel lost. Hold on, Jamaa. Sorry معلش يا viewers، أنا لسه قاعد نحكي. Anyways زي ما أنا قلت الجنوبيين بيعرف بلقبة حاجات. Because the reason that we stand with Callisto today, Callisto is one of the good son of the soil. He is a leader by example. The guy stood up tall when the communities have been mistreated. He faced his own party, which is SPLM, which is I never seen in the whole history of SPLM when they came back from Bush to Juba today after our independence. None of those people stood that tall to tell Juba regime or to tell Juba party, we have gone wrong on this side. We have done wrong on this side. We have been mistreating our people. We have been abusing our people. Callisto did it. And for that reason, they took him to Blue House. They have abused him. They have humiliated him. That's one of the reasons. We as an opposition, okay, if anyone within that part of SPLM is standing up for the citizen, we will back him up. Anyone in that system is standing with the citizen, we will back him up. In any case, the way Callisto did. We are not here to cover up for SPLM party, but what they have done wrong towards the citizen of South Sudan. The complaint that we complained when we were in Arab, in Sudan, they took everything here from Sudan and بالطبق الأصل ودوه في جنوب Sudan. In fact, everything has becoming like to foreigners. Everything like becoming to the foreigners. We have Somalian taking all the job position that we have in South Sudan. We have Wewe on the other side. All the jobs are mufrud Junubin Bishilu. Wewe Yamasik, business and everything ma Somalin. We have Jeshal Uganda in South Sudan land. Jeshal Uganda in South Sudan land today. Humiliating our people. Burning our people's house down. Beating up our people. And the watch of South Sudan People Defense Force. And the watch of Salva Kiir's regime. And the watch of our MPs and ministers that we have in that system today. Nobody's saying anything. Nobody's complaining. Nobody's asking why Ugandan forces is in our own land, grabbing people's houses, burning people's houses down, and beating our citizens, arresting even South Sudan People Defense Force. What type of humiliation is this? We did not experience that in Juba. I don't want to say Juba, but just let me say Equatorial region. I don't know about Upper Nile. I don't know about Bahra Ghazal. But to be precisely about Equatoria, I don't want to be tribal because this is what I know the best. I just want to give you an example. Sorry. Arab makan buduk nas, makan gadi humiliate nas, makan behri buib da nas, makan gadi displace us. It was the work of SPLM and SPLA today. Fi Gabail fi Junuba Sudan da, they never left their land an inch since 1940s. But today they have been displaced under SPLM control when we become a country. They have been displaced today. ده شغل بتاع الرجيم، ده شغل بتاع حكومة بتاع سيلفا كير، ده شغل بتاع حكومة بتاع Gen Council of Elders of today. You say something, you will be behind the bars. You will be taken to Blue House like Calista Lado. Calista have done nothing. He did not commit crime. He did not kill anyone. Like those of the Garang Bior wala Garang Biar ما بعرف. الكلام كلام يمدك في الزمن بيك بتاع بيور أسود. So if you see that Garang Katal Kamnas, Garang contributed in killing of Nuer door to door in Juba in 2013. He contributed in ani nazato nasikotere inda na ahal mato nasa bagi gabail tanin del inda mahal mato fi zaman dakde Bior is na Garang Biar have contributed on that killing. And today he's speaking out in public and they interviewing him as if he did something really good for South Sudanese citizens. He's talking about himself only. He's talking about why he's not in that area of position as a liberator of that country. He have been eliminated. He have been isolated, not been taken care of. Yeah, he's talking about himself. But Callisto was talking about the whole South Sudanese citizen, how South Sudanese citizens are suffering, and how South Sudanese citizens are falling in trouble of unknown gunmen all the time. The man is talking about everything that is happening to all Junubin, but rather they put him in Blue House. دما بلد أن حررناه عشان يجي يعمل لنا اتغالات أننا ما حررنا الجنوب عشان يجي يبنوا Blue House. Everybody have to live free. Constitution بتاعكم بتاع جنوب السودان اليوزلس ده في فوق freedom of speech. في part بتاع freedom of speech في هناك. Why you guys not allowing people to speak up? في بين برضه بيتكلم عن peaceful demonstration. You are blocking people not to come out to demonstrate, to ask about their own right. This is a human being's right يا جماعة. It's freedom of speech ده لأي إنسان مخلوق على وجه الأرض عنده حرية. They have their own freedom to speak anytime they wish to speak, as long as they're not throwing a stone for a zone, as long as they're not taking guns عشان يمشوا يضربوا زول ولا يقتلوا زول. They have freedom to protest if they see this government is not right. Today, as I speak, the dollar is all the way high on the roof. $100, $100, huh? It's 540. That was yesterday. South Sudanese pound. And imagine the civil servant today, huh? The civil servant today, 10 months working with no salary. What type of country is this? And you guys, you don't have agriculture to survive, Fogo. You work 10 months, over 10 months. I don't want to say 10 months because according to the news, it says over 10 months, no salaries. Health sector is going downhill. There is no medication for mustashfa. Because our leaders are criminal. They live in Juba, they're all criminals. They send their children's wives in Uganda, in Kenya, living there happy, in Kigali, in Egypt. They living there happy, children going to school happy. They don't sleep hungry. There is nothing that to touch them. A small headache, they run to hospital. But they don't care about people back home in South Sudan. People are struggling to find Panadol. South Sudan people are struggling to find Panadol if they become sick. Some of people, they start to drag away Iyal al-Kubar. The children that become like in teenager age, they start to pull them out of the school because the little one have to be sent to school. Because you don't have enough money. Example, if you have like more than 3 children. If you work 10 months, you don't have salary, and you expect to pay school fees to this child every month. And how are you going to take care of those children in the first place? That was the regime that we have today in Juba. Ya junubin anda nagulakum haja wahid. Anda nagulakum haja wahid. Mot wahid. We only live once. We only live once. You better protect your generation from today, or leave that touch of slavery for your generation al jain. Udama bihsal illa beshunu peaceful demonstration. You guys need to go out. You cannot live in that country. Salva Kiir is using you as a slave. You work over 10 months with no salary. بمعنى يسكت بتاعك ده انت كان خايف من موت. انا زي ما انا قلت موت واحد، انت كان خايف من موت بمعنى تقدر تخلي عيالك يجي يكونوا سليفري لعيال بتاعنا. سلفا كير اللي قاعدين يقرا في نيروبي، عيال بتاعهم اللي قاعدين يقرا في كيكالي، اللي قاعدين يقرا في China, they will come and enslave your children. Because now you're getting enslaved with him. Your children will be enslaved with their children. You better put an end to this today. They will never finish us. They will never finish us. And in the Junubina, we are many. We are many from this community with the J1. If they start to kill, they're not going to finish us. Some will die. ما في حلاوة بيجي من غير نار. Remember this. ما في زول بيجي بيقدم لك ذاته freedom في الصحن كده قال لك يا عندك freedom ده, take it and go with it. You have to take the freedom. You need to take that freedom. As long as Museveni is sitting there to protect Salva Kiir, as long as Museveni is still there protecting Salva Kiir, there is no peace in South Sudan. No peace in South Sudan. We have to all march the street with the Jubada. You guys need to go and show yourself that you had enough. Your child need to eat. Your child need to go to school. Your child need medication. Your child need to be dressed up, to buy stuff لعيال بتاعك لمرة بتاعك في بيت, including your family members on the side of your mother, your sister, your brother, that you taken care of. We did not have this country today called South Sudan to become a slave. Kalisto Ladu dakhala lele fi Blue House because he's spoken on behalf of South Sudanese citizens as an activist. Yes, I know he's who zol bita SPLM party, لكن هو شاف في خطأ في الحركة اللي هو فوقه. هو شاف خطأ في حاجة غلط, and لازم he need to correct it. And to correct that mistake, he have to speak up. If you guys in Juba had all stood behind Kalisto Lado, I believe can Kalisto Lado be last this all these months is can for Juba, for Blue House. Because you guys decided to be quiet. The brother that stood up because of you, you let him be taken and tortured for 5 months plus. The guy is really hopeless, have no energy. He lost big weight. And he looks like mobility بتاعه is unsteady. ده بس حاجة اللي أنا شفته برا. لكن جوا هناك في organ ذاته في شنو الله يعلم. That's why we asking, we wanted, we demanding him to go and have a full checkup. He need to go have general checkup and not have to be في Egypt ولا نيروبي ولا الدول اللي بمشي بيصمموا فوق ناس ده يجي رجعوا زول ميت. He have to choose the country that he wanted to go to. The general checkup and good treatment. Because you guys are the one cost him all this. The guy have done nothing wrong. Hakumana, the national security bill that they have signed and passed for parliament is going to bite you guys one by one. Kan itu darin taarifu wala ma darin taarifu. Ana simita wahid asa gal dogo talaw dino asa sakat zip his mouth. He doesn't want to talk. The top office, the top official bita hakuma is just kanu yesterday or day before yesterday. That national bill will bite you because it has to start from somewhere. It has to start from Jerusalem. That passed the bill. Okay? It has to start from Jerusalem. That passed the bill. You guys need to test the salt that you cooked. How does it taste like? لأنه حاجات اللي انتوا قاعدين تكريات انت قال انت بتاكل حاجه اللي انت بتزرعه انت حاجه اللي انت بتزرعه انت بتحصد وتاكل ثمار بتاعه براك. Whatever you plant today كان قام ذره انت زرعت الذره بقوم ذره انت باكل ذره. You will never go and eat banana or apple. دي حاجه انتوا لازم تعرفوا. Have to start from somewhere and the place that have to start from is Jerusalem. Jerusalem اللي اسمه J1 ده. This national bill have to start from there. عشان بعد كده انتوا لما تيجي تقولوا خلاص need to be scrapped, then we will say yes. And now we have said this before. So for me today, what is let me just bring Surah Bita Kalistalado up. I just want to show you our brother Kalistalado is I will go more with the rest of the stuff.
Uganda. Nareremo mama Uganda. Nareremo
Okay, that Surah Takalif Salatu, last night on my time, it will be afternoon hours, Juba time, or yeah, between afternoon time, Juba time. Uh, that's upon his arrival at home with our uncle, great uncle, Alfred Ladugore was his in receive, plus the family members. They're there to comfort the family and give them support possible that they could, and see what can be done in the next stage. As you can see, he was being held by two people so he can work. Given I mentioned that his mobility is unstable, could be. That's why they're holding him in two sides. And that's definitely tell you the national security have tortured him really bad. وده حاجات في المستقبل ان احنا دارين نوقفوه في حاجه اسمه اي دوله ولا في الدوله بتاعنا بتاع جنوب السودان. We have lost so many great people. We have lost so many elders. We have lost so many young boys and young men that's supposed to be here today to lead that country. Very educated, very intellectual people, people that have really a spirit of leadership and a skill of leadership. But as soon they know you have that skill, they eliminate you straight away. Many of them is still in that blue house. Many of our people is still in that prison. So let me see. I have one of them here, I believe. No. Okay, hold on. I have one of those Juba prison picture somewhere. No, I didn't save it. Sorry. So, Haji Alfi, there is plenty of these young men today or women in those prisons that we have in Juba. I believe I shared it last 2 months ago how much children was in Awil prison. Children under the age of 12. تانيين ده 11 تانيين ده 12 تانيين ده 15 عيال صغار ربطوا كورينهم بجنزير. You will ever feel like what the hell of this little child have done in this country to deserve all this. You will wonder. Let me hold on a minute. Let me play music. I want to really bring it up so you guys can.
Django Team Manager Junubi nasimata kundisa taide Gisa de muhimle anawita Ugisa de sukari windu mana kebir O kebir vya yata nina Abuta isa kala skerita dola Meata otalata alifishar Mabibi ufamwele shwalta degik Akil fi beta tubika mushkila Lakin mafi mushkila Mata kore rabuna gainu Itafi zurup wele itapitap Mata kore rabuna gainu Tamanana sukera na geni dugu wana zadukan kumsari Ayakan sabu ayakan sukun lakinana mabi feki In everything you do, kudu fibala takirabuna gainu. In everything you do, kudu fibala takirabuna gainu. Tamanana sukera na geni dugu wana zadukan kumsari. Ayakan sabu, ayakan sukun lakinana mabi feki. Tamanana sukera na geni dugu wana zadukan kumsari. Ayakan sabu, ayakan sukun lakinana mabi feki. Utanin bigulita mababi nujua, utanin bigulita mabibi warabia, utanin bigulita mabiliko shokol, lakin mafi mushkila matakore rabuna gaino. Itakanta boda wala tamatam, itakana tala wala kan gafiri, sakal sedi rabuna gaino. Itakan sukar wala itakan kebir, sakal sedi rabuna gaino. Ita businessman wala ta askeri, sakal sedi rabuna gaino. And big up to the Asolas, yeah. My homie Chris Navy, in a jamming bed, meaning nothing to something. In everything you do, kudu fibala take rabuna gaino. In everything you do, kudu fibala take rabuna gaino. Zamanana sukera na geni dugu tubu wana zadukan kumsari. Ayakan sabu, ayakan sukun laginana mabi feki. Zamanana sukera na geni dugu tubu wana zadukan. In everything you do, kudu fibala take rabuna gaino.
Django
Team manager. Junubi nasimata kundisa taide, kisa de muhimle anawita, ukisa de sukari windu mana kebir. O kebir vya yata nina, abuta isa kala skerita dola. Meato talata alifishar, mabibi ufamwele shwalta degik. Akil fi beta tubika mushkila, lakin mafi mushkila matakore rabuna gainu. Ita fi zuruk wele ita pitap, matakore rabuna gainu. Zamanana sukera na geni dugu tubu wana zadukan kumsari. Ayakan sabu, ayakan sukun laginana mabi feki. In everything you do, kudu fibala take rabuna gainu. In everything you do, kudu fibala take rabuna gainu. Zamanana sukera na geni dugu tubu wana zadukan kumsari. Ayakan sabu, ayakan sukun laginana mabi feki. Zamanana sukera na geni dugu tubu wana zadukan kumsari. Ayakan sabu, ayakan sukun laginana mabi feki. Utanin bigulita mababi nuju.
So أنا داير نجيب لكم صورة بتاع سجن اللي أنا كلمت كلامه ده، لكن جوبا present بتاعت أويل أنا ما قدرت نلقاه. I will just show you وما فيديو لكن بالصورة so you can see it yourself. So now this is a Juba prison. اتخيل ناس نايمين زي ساردين في علبة، ناس نايمين زي يعني زي قش كبريت في علبة كبريت. ده واحد بس يجينا. How about the rest of the سجون؟ ونينا سمينا في ناس بقفلون في كونتينر. Container is the most dangerous something that to create as a human being. You wanted to lock people human being فوقه. ونينا شفنا شنو happen كان في بحر غزال. The whole family have been locked in container. Mara ma iyalu talata plus her husband and brother-in-law. Sitta nafar de kullu matu in the second day. Sitta nafar kullu matu fi yom الثاني. ده شغل بتاع حكومة بتاع جنوب السودان ما في proper prison like prison. مثلا كان زول commit crime أننا ما قاعدين نقول لا مثلا ما دارين سجون. في correction centers بيبنوا. اللي انت قبضت زول انت ما قبضت زول عشان تقتله. انت ما قبضت زول عشان humiliate them. انت ما قبضت زول عشان torture them. This is the reason that they call it correction center, especially here in diaspora. This is how we call it, correction center. Somebody commit a crime, you take them to prison, you're according to Asma between the for Africa, but you're taking them to the correction center to make some correction in their life so they can change their life. Like to arrest somebody, to kidnap someone, like the Callisto Ladus case, he haven't even been arrested. He have been kidnapped. Callisto Ladu have been kidnapped. هجموه بعربية 3 عربات كل زرق أسود. جا هجموه قردنوه ثبتوه ووقف عربية بتاعه. They drag him out of the عربية. خدوا له سلاح في راسه. أركب 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 دقوا بجي 2 3 شالوه كربسوه جدوه جا عربية. You know? And I believe he knew when Arabat Gadini Amlu chase Anna, I believe Bukun Mara to the Galo telephone, and he was running Lahadi fi Mahal Grip Jambu Betu, and his wife have to witness. Lanu kan saboto shoye beit min Betu, Kalista Radukan ma barfu mahallo. Kalista Radukan ma barfu mahallo. Ukan ma barfu munu ya shalo. Ukan ma barfu munu yahu masaran he commit crime against his life. But he managed to reach close to his house. His wife was able to come outside and witness her husband being humiliated and being taken away before her eyes. أنا متأكد كانوا في communication مع مرته when عربات ديل كان قاعدين يعملوا chase. ليه حاجة ده حصل ده؟ because ده زول قلبه نظيف. He's a son of the soil. قلبه نظيف وفي قلبه عنده حب بتاع وطن. God stood with him. God stood with him. لأنه لما face the news break out by then يوم 30 شهر 3 people are looking for him. حكومة النكر ضد وما بعرف محل كاليستا لادو فوقه. مدير بوليس نكر قالوا ما بعرف. زول بدا national security منو كمري by name, his last name is Kumuri, Salah Kumuri, declined. He said he doesn't know anything. Nasa Mamur Mate, Kulam Nas del Nakaro, Galuman Mabar Fuzol Lefuen. Arrajil de Nakaro dud. And yet today, the news came out, they are the one, they are the cause, they are the one abuse this man. Why? Because he's spoken the truth. The bitter truth that everybody should stand up and talk. Stand on behalf of the South Sudanese citizen. Because kan ma fi Junubin fi Beledak, you guys will never become a leader of South Sudan. You guys, you call yourself today leader, vice president, minister, so and so, MP, so and so, because of those people that you guys are humiliating today. Because of this citizen today we have in South Sudan. You call yourself, I'm a vice president, I'm a minister, and I'm MP, I'm ambassador, I'm so and so. Because of those Junubin. Today, the hunger is targeting Junubin, left and right, in every corner of South Sudan. There is no call for humanitarian aid from the government. There is nothing like press release to give awareness to citizens on what could be done next. There is no awareness from the government. And those are all the government job, Jama. It's all government job. They're supposed to have those surrogate kids in clubhouse to say something better, that to benefit the citizen, to benefit South Sudan, that the country that we love. And they say that they love that country. But pretty much I see that there is no love for this country. Sad news. Because if you don't give awareness to your people, you don't tell your people what's the next move, there is flooding and there is hunger. There is illnesses that okay the unique. chicken pox وقال في حاجة تانية اسمه monkey شنو كده أنا ما أعرف برضه قاعد يقوم في skin بتاع people and there is a lot going on in South Sudan at the moment. Really, there is a lot in our plate. Minister of Health doesn't do anything, doesn't come out and talk about anything. What could be the solution? Because normally, if there is any like something unique, like illness, the foreign illness came to you, to your country or to your territory, you always come and update people. You always come and tell people maybe this illness is contagious. Maybe this illness need to be like you need to isolate the ill person. Ashan kerema is spread around. Huh? All this stuff need to be tackled, Jama. Where is the Minister of Health? Where is the Minister of Humanitarians and Support, Le Junubin? You guys are just holding position and doing nothing, providing nothing to Junubin, holding positions hostage, and there is people that out there have a skill to take this country forward. Why don't I kill Junubin? Why are you guys killing Junubin? Really, why? What have we done wrong to you? And yet, Museveni is happy. You can see his teeth all the way في درس زي ما بيقولوا الدرس الأخير ده بتشوفه when he's smiling and teasing us. And he's happy because Salva Kiir is killing us. And he congratulates even Salva Kiir for killing us. This video came up a couple of months back, but I just want to bring it up to remind us. It's a short video, maybe less than a minute. Let me bring it up.
Great President Salva for killing you, for calling you. Not killing you. for calling you.
Let me play it again.
I congratulate President Salva for killing you. For
See, he made it as a joke because diplomatically, it's not something right to say as a president to say such a statement or to alter such a statement in public. You know, diplomatically is not right, and even if it's a joke, that's a bad joke because we really been killed. Really, in real life, Salva Kiir is killing us. And for him today to come and congratulate Salva Kiir in the face of the camera and say, I wanted to congratulate Salva Kiir for killing you. And today, the same Museveni encroached into our territory and is killing us. Karam da sheklu biga bokun kef. Meanwhile, our country is quiet. South Sudan People Defense Force is quiet. MPs are quiet. Ministries are all quiet, including the first vices. We have 5 vice presidents. We have Waniga. We have Riek Machar. We have Hussein Abdul Bagi. We have Taban Den. We have Rebecca Nyandeng. 5 vice presidents. 5 vices. None of them came to the public to condemn the encroachment of Uganda into our territories and occupy our lands, burning houses down, and displace our people. None of them came out. And yet you wanted to tell me that government doesn't know what is going on? Government knows exactly what Museveni is doing. Izakar Museveni today is congratulating Salva Kiir for killing us, and today he encroached into our territory. He killed 2 people in Kajikeji. In our own territory, in our own land of South Sudan. He killed 2 people and arrested 6 others. That without 3 of the South Sudan People Defense Force, he arrested them as well. Bimana total of people that have been arrested by Uganda is 9. That without those who have been killed between Kejikeji and Mogui County. How come all these MPs that we have, about 500 MPs in our parliament, they all don't know what is going on? And they cannot even protest to come out and say to Salva Kiir, we need the truth today. As an MPs of this country, as the ministers of this country, we need the truth. Why is Ugandan People Defense Force in our own land? الحقيقة لازم يتقال زي ما هو. Because we never went to anybody's house to occupy other people's places. This is our own. Why he's allowing foreign troops to come to our country and abuse our people, our citizens? I got only 2 points here. The first one is Salva Kiir have an agenda. Salva Kiir have an agenda to occupy those borders, because the issue now is all about borders. The first border is Kafia Kinji, Ofranehas, inside of Western Bahra Ghazal, Firaja area, side Taraja. The second border is, that's that I mentioned, Fikejikeji Hina. The third border is inside Tayei. Salva Kiir wanted, because he tried. I made the first video about this, part 1, 2 weeks ago. Salva Kiir have an agenda to bring UPDF, which is Ugandan People Defense Force, to come and occupy the area. Tomorrow, when the area becomes secured, everybody has been displaced out. Matianganyor will come and take over, then people will be replaced. When people be replaced, the owner will never come back. According to Carol Berger's book, the owner of the land, they never come back. And if they decided to come back, they have to live under mercy of the people who replace them. And you have to choose, either live under their mercy or go to camp, or live as an IDPs. The same thing happened in Malacan. The same thing happened in Numule. As Maniquez, Hagel happened to Numule that when as Numule now, Madi tried several times to come back, they have been chased back out. Madi are trying to bring their own elderly, those who died outside the country. They try to bring them and bury them back home. They have been chased with their own dead body. In fact, they have been told, go and live in IPD. They have places that have been appointed by them for Madi to go and live in those areas, but not within the area that they came from. And that's exactly what is going to happen for Kejikeji, and exactly is going to happen when the Mantega Bitat, Mogui County. The Juz al-Awwal. At Juz al-Thani, we have seen the oil revenue now is dead, is not working anymore. Now Salva Kiir is looking for another alternative. What could be the alternative here? Yes, we have lots of minerals. We have diamond, we have gold, we have cement, we have hadid, we have حاجات كتير في أراضي بتاعنا بالذات في area بتاعت راجا, Western Equatoria, Yei and في area بتاعت Eastern Equatoria side في Mogwe Mahaladel. Now the People Defense Force need to be brought in also to secure all this mining area so they can start digging to bring people to dig all these minerals. Dahab or Hajadel, because Salva Kiir is running out of money. He cannot pay people anymore. As you heard earlier, I said civil servant working 10 months with no salary. Gurush Maafi. Last 2 weeks, I saw one of the Radio Miraya one, Radio Tamazi one says, Gale Mafi Mawahi, this month, there is no payment for civil servant. Already they have 10 months Mafi salary. And they're announcing them again last month of August, there is no salary this month. That's made a total of 11 months. Like the October, the September there, if this September passed, 12 months no salary. 1 year. Imagine somebody works for you 1 year with no salary. When we're in Sudan, Zaman, everybody's getting paid. There is nothing Galita Grush. Grush never come late. Yom Teletin. Especially those forces that we have today in South Sudan. Look at how hungry they are. Somebody can go in duty and fall like a tree. When you ask them, I haven't eaten for 4 days. That's a national force, Jaman, national police, national whatever you name it. What type of embarrassment is this? Okay, when you don't feel good, why do you go to work? Why did you go to work when you're hungry 4 or 5 days, you did not eat anything? Huh? Are you trying to show Salva Kiir that you're really good supporter of the SPLM? Are you really like kind of you give your allegiance like 100%, 110% to SPLM? If you keep falling like this in public, how about your children? How about your family? How many days that they haven't eaten? فضيحة الدولة ده دخلنا فوقه. أنا ما بقول ده الدولة لكن party اللي اسمه SPLM. This party have embarrassed us to the core. This party embarrassed us to the core. It's time for them to go. Junubin, you need to stand up. أنا قبل كلامتك عن موت واحد. And we only live once. Because if you decided to be quiet and die quiet, anyways, you're going to die. كان ما قتلوا ما طلعت في مظاهرات جان ذاته بتاع الدينك في بيت. You're still going to die. You can still see your child dying before your eyes because they are hungry. You cannot feed them. Because they are sick, you cannot provide health care to them. You become part and partial of what is happening in South Sudan. You become a bigger contributor. By being quiet, you supported the regime for the so many lives that people are losing today, including your family members. You need to stand up. Put an end to this crisis. عشان جناك بكره يليف هابي. الناس في الدياسبرا القاعدين يقروا في كينيا في رواندا وين ده عشان من تنزانيا وموزمبيق مهلا عشان ما يجي يستعمروا عيالك. انت ما قرأت مدرسة زي الناس كمان انت ما تقدر عيالك يقرا مدرسة زي الناس. Why? You did not finish your education because you become a child soldier. You went to the bush in early age, you fought, and you brought this South Sudan out today. All of us, we did the same. Okay? I have to provide all this service that I haven't enjoyed in my life. I have to save to my child so they can live better life, not to struggle like we are struggling today. Because if you decide to be quiet, as I said, you become a bigger contributor of Salva Kiir must stay. Bigger contributor of Salva Kiir must stay. And we need him out today before tomorrow. Before it start knocking into your door with these new rules of bill with the national security start to fish you one by one. Your family members, your son, your friend, your uncles, everybody will touch this meal as a man who take it. وحاجة ده ما حيمشي without your noise. Look into the amount of the noise that we have made in media, have brought out our brother. Don't underestimate social media at all. Never. The same this media took Omar al-Bashir out of his position. The same this social media took Rais Bitamasir Rebara. Ismu Murida. Hussein Walamuno. Rais Bita Egypt. I forget his name for some reasons. Finas Kutar, Shalom Barra. A peaceful protest. People have to march out and tell the world that this is how we are, and this is who we are, and this is how we're struggling, how we're suffering since the independence until today's day. Yes, international community Madagascar, they provide US aid, but you cannot see it anywhere in South Sudan. This US aid, you cannot see it anywhere around Sambala. Just 3 weeks ago, they approved 95 million لجنوب Sudan لأكل. 95 million. Who is benefiting from this? Ask yourself. Who is benefiting from this? Salva Kiir بمشي محلات دول كله بشحت باسمكم. إنتوا جنوبين ديل. He goes to China begging money under your name. He goes to Dubai begging money under your name. He goes to Saudi Arabia or other countries asking money under your name. You're not paying this money today. Your son, your daughter will have to come and pay this money tomorrow. If you want it or you don't want it. You have to put an end to this crisis. Stop being a bigger contributor. Stop being a bigger supporter in indirect way. You will say like, Ana zatumagi support SPLM ne, Ana bukun contributor kef. You're a contributor by being quiet, by being silent, because they said the silence is sign of you agree with everything that is happening. You have to take initiative, do something. As a mother, if you march all out on the street, who's gonna kill you? You're marching because you need food like children. You're marching out because you need a school for your children. You're coming out because you need a better health system. عشان لما انت ذاتك تقدر to give birth, you find there is a bed, there is a nurse to take care of you, there is a gutun هناك, there is a حقنة بتاع وقف bleeding في هناك, there is a pain relief for your pain في هناك. But nowadays, last week only, a mother have given birth in Juba teaching hospital and left the child in hospital and went home. This is not one of our behavior. This is not our behavior, Junubin. Did you know that why is this woman like acted that way? Because she can't maybe take care of that child. She have nothing. She cannot provide that child. I think it's a girl, that baby. She cannot provide her the basic service that's supposed to be served by any mother to her own child. That's why she left the child in the hospital and she went home. That was only last week. And I believe when just bear with me a minute. Let me see the statement somewhere. I think from iRadio. الليلة نحن كان قاعدين نشوف أمهات بقى قاعدين يشيلوا عيال يجدعون في شوارع، يجدعون في محلات الماء مفروض جنة يجدعوا فوقه وحاجات دي كان ما في زمان. We have communities that really love children. إذا كان ما داري جنة you just give it to someone. أمهات take care of their grandkids, they take care of their children. إنت ما بتسمع قال في جنة جرى في خور كده، ولا في جنة شالوه ودوه في محل كده، ولا في جنة أمه قلاه في مستشفى. You never hear of this. But nowadays it's happening. Why is happening? Because the crisis that we have in South Sudan. Pretty much this crisis we have in South Sudan is the one causing all this destruction. Who caused this crisis? Mafizol between Salva Kiir and the business cartel that we have in Juba. Yeah? People are working really in mean. Okay, I have it here. Okay, it says lawmaker urges government support to poor mothers as women leaves baby at hospital. That's for iRadio. The press release came Yom Hamsa on the 5th, September 5th, 2024. شفت كيف؟ يعني حاجة موسف، حاجة ذات الزول ما بيتوقع يسمعه، حاجة ذات الزول ما متوقع يشوفه. لأنه الليلة ذاته orphanage اللي نحن عندنا في جنوب السودان nobody is taking care of them. You know؟ وده حاجة يؤسف يعني. ده حاجة بيوسف. حكومة only شايف نفسه ما أكتر من كده. Let me go back. في case بتاع مسافن and Salva Kiir. I have another one video that I wanted to bring up, but let me say this first. أي دولة في العالم ده كله كان داري إيش stable، ما في حرامية، ما في مجرمين. You have to combat something called hunger. حاجة اللي اسمه جودة جان كافر زي ما بيقولوا، جو كافر عربي بيقول كده. I cannot translate it more than this, but what I know is قالوا جو كافر. جان بخليك تعمل أي حاجة، بخليك to commit crime. جان بخليك to commit crime if you cannot handle yourself. If you're hungry, you will steal somebody's food. You will steal somebody's money. You will steal somebody's gold. You will steal somebody's mobile phone or handbag to go and sell it and buy something to eat. Because the government that we have, they don't deserve to be called government. The regime that we have today, they don't support agriculture. And agriculture is the backbone of any other nation. Agriculture ده the backbone بتاع الدولة. If you don't support agriculture، كده نشوف مصريين ده بلدهم ده. شوف أسوان بغادي في تجاه أسوان. أنا شفت برنامج ده، it was a couple of months back. They start making that Sahara is all desert. They start making that desert. جابوا اسمه شنو ده، يعني جروا مويه في area ده، جروا مويه في area ده. they make it as a artificial river or something. يلا عملوا محل ده، قال دارين يزرعوا محل اللي بيأكل مصريين about maybe 200,000 مصري، 200 million مصري بياكل من محل أكل اللي بيزرعوه هناك. and possibility some of the food will be imported outside of Egypt. and ده يهو ده يهو ايكونومي بتاع بلد بيقوم بهذا الاسلوب. انت الليله كان ما وفرت وما وقفت تعمل سبورت لاجريكلتشر، عين ابراهيم توري بتاعت توروري ولا توروري بتاعت Burkina Faso. The first thing that he have done today supported the agriculture. He stopped everything that going outside the country. Nas dahab, oil, شنو raw material ما بيطلع من بلده. ما حيطلع raw material. Yes, هو حيصدر لكن ما حيصدره like خام. In fact, هو عمل دهب ده يكون second option to support the reverse reserve account بتاع الدولة. ده زول اللي عنده مخ. أننا عندنا دهب، عندنا كان oil ده عندها سبعة لعد 2047 2047 معناته إننا عايشين على دين. ما Chinese إننا عايشين على دين. وانت امسح حاجه اسمه oil ده كله من راسك. We don't have oil لانه ده يتباع مقدما. We have remained only with باقي other mineral that we have. This mineral we have today, it can be used to make an advantage لبلدنا, to bring some support back to support our reserve bank. ما بس كده اكل ناس اللي في جوان ده ما بيشبعوا، ما قاعدين يشبعوا. ناس كده بياكلوا بالليل ونهار زي حشرات. وبقينا لاخر الزمن بقينا نجيبوا اكل من يوغندا. أنا الزمان كان إيكوتوريا براوي هو كان باسكت بتاع الغذاء العالمي. ها ساوث سودان لما كان زماننا في ساوث سودان كان بيقولوا قال ساوث سودان ده سلة الغذاء العالمي، لكن إيكوتوريا ده ممكن كان باكل إيست أفريقيا كوميونيتي ده كله. Why? Because we have fertile land. We have fertile land. حكومة ولا الرجيم كان فعلا ده حكومة النسية كان مفروض يعمل support لأجريكالتشريست، لناس اللي بيعملوا agriculture. Provide them machine, provide them seeds, provide them مثلا بوابير البجور مويه، تراكترات. لانه اسر لنا فوق ده ما اسر بتاع زول ثاني بزر بمولودو بتوريا. ناس بيجوا في بلد في عصر في قرن ثاني جديد. provide ده تراكترات زي بتاع بوركينا فاسو. provide areas اللي بيزرعوا فوقه. secure those areas. ها كان ممكن الناس يعملوا artificial ريفر صغير كده ولا ستريم صغير كده اللي بيجيب مويه بمولد بتاع بابور ولا وات ايفر ات از. support this agriculturist عشان الناس يقدر يزرعوا. يعني الليله حتى كان ما قدرنا نصدر. اهلا موريس. الليله احنا كان ما قدرنا نصدر اكل ذاته برا ولا ما قدرنا نصدر موارد بتاعنا برا، احنا لسه ما حنكونوا جعانين، ما حنتابوا. البسيطه اللي انا بسرع ده كان انا زرعت فول، انا ممكن نمشي نبيه لزول في ملكان عنده سمك، وزول بتاع سمك في ملكان ممكن يجي يبيع سمك بتاعه في كوتوريا هنا، يكون عنده حبه قروش اللي بيقدر بيدرس جناو، اللي بيقدر بيعالج جناو، اللي بيقدر بيتيك كير اوف هيز ريسبونسبيلتي. ما في زول حيتعب، ما في زول حيتعب. عندنا الناس ويسترن بحر غزال بزرع سمسم، عندنا عسل حتى في ويسترن كوتوريا ويهاف عسل كمان، في رايز في نودن بحر غزال. كل مواد ده ممكن اننا نشتغلوا مع بعض. الشوارع في حكومه ما له يصلح الشوارع عشان يسهل في التوزيع بتاع شنو بضايع، لان احنا عندنا مع بعضنا في ريجنز اللي كلنا عندنا، والبيفضل يتباع، البيفضل يتباع. لكن الحكومه شغاله ضد الناس اللي بتزرع للاسف الشديد. حكومه is even working out against people who are the agriculturists, sending cows to come and destroy the farms, sending cows and people who holding like a heavy weapon to threaten people who goes to farm. Sometimes the farmers get killed by cattle herders. ده بوريك بأنه الحكومة ضد أي زول مزارع. Borik Beno Hakuma is the cause of this destruction that is taking place today in Junub Sudan. He have upper hand. Dema kalama the law itnen talata. Because if you cannot support these cattle herders and you're telling us this is the word of Salva Kiir. أنا برسلك زول بتاع ناس أبقار أنا بدوك تليفون لناس بور خليه يجيبوا أبقار في ولاية بتاعك. That's the response that Salva Kiir responded to people who complain about the cows. Bemana who against anyone, Alice Mufama. And yet he's not supporting the displaced people, the IDPs. He's not supporting them. He doesn't send them food, doesn't send them any kind of support. He only sends support to Warab. He only sends support to Lake State. He only sends support to Tonj and Bor and other areas, but not Lenasa Western Bahar Ghazal. When they came back from Sudan, people haven't been sent support. When Cholo, they live in Unimes, they don't receive support. People in Equatoria, in their own land, some of them, they live in Unimes as an IDPs, they haven't been receiving any support. This is whereby I disagree with the UN that's sending us or approving the 95 million as a support for food for South Sudanese citizens, because some of the people don't get that. Some of the community have been isolated and blocked out from receiving any assistance. The government is playing game of only helping the community that he's coming from. This tribal regime have to go today before tomorrow. Let me play this video of Museveni. Museveni is happy, telling us in indirect way he doesn't have any problem because he have his food around him. He's supporting the agriculture and providing some services to agriculturists. People are farming and they have food all over the place. Nobody's hungry in Uganda. Regardless, nobody's hungry. In fact, we South Sudanese today, we're receiving food from Uganda. And listen to what Museveni has said. Hold on a minute. Oop, I lost it. No, I lost it. Hold on. I have to share it again. Bear with me a minute. I have to share this again. So Museveni is happy and he doesn't really care about what is happening as long as he have his food around him. Mendugadia, you know. So copy the link. Let me go back to the screen.
So when you have problems of imported food, me, I'm not bothered.
See, when you have problem of importing
the dollar has
me,
gone
I have
up,
no
so
problem.
what shall we eat? But I am not concerned. Because all the food I am eating is, for me, I only eat my traditional food. I have not changed. So when you have problems of imported food, me, I'm not bothered. The dollar has gone up, so what shall we eat? But
So ita semito kalamna girl, when you have problem of importing food, me I have no problem. Da kalam de direct and in algadin they shil akel minum hinaka. But because politically or diplomatically you have to be wise, you don't call anybody's name. And that's the same thing that Paul Kagame last time told us, that how can you come and tell me to do what? How can you come and tell me what to do when your country people are going hungry, going naked on the street, and he wanted to come and advise me? Who are you? Kagame said that a couple of months back. Today is Museveni. When your dollar raise up, who is dollars raise up? It's only us, South Sudanese. Yeah. And today, Museveni is teasing us, but he's benefiting from us. Our oil money is Museveni have percentage for go. Now the UPDF came and secured those gold areas in our equatorial territories. In Western Bahr Ghazal territory, all these areas have gold. Why did he come to secure those areas? For what reason? Who gave him authority to do so? Because we have president that is stupid enough. He compromised all our security. Now, Museveni knows us, knows our weakness. Museveni knows what is going on in South Sudan because he's deep in South Sudan. He's deep in all areas of Junub Sudan. There is Ugandese. They're doing business, and he's happy because he released all his prisoners to come and work in Juba. He doesn't have to feed no prisoner. He doesn't have to spend money in anything. All the prisoners from Uganda live free in Juba. Fi Konyo Konyo, Fi Jebel, Suk Sita, Suk Munu, they live in happy life and making money. While our prisoners Rosom ze Biscuit, Rosom ze Sardine, Fi Joelba. Ma fi space, ma fi nafas. Dabaraw health-wise is wrong, because some illness someone can transmit to the rest and everybody will die in one day or in 1 week. Hakuma mendu agil ma biarif nafsu gadi yamil fi shunu. Teb matlan at least min Museveni. And now I believe there is a video came in TikTok 3 months ago, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, says Museveni is the president of South Sudan and Salva Kiir is the governor. Yeah. I started believe on this stuff because you can see every week Salva Kiir is traveling to Uganda. Every week Salva Kiir march Uganda. Doing what? Itama baref. What are they talking about? You don't know. What is he reporting to Museveni? You don't know. Really. Let me take Fasil. I play one more song. Then I will come back.
Nangonga nangikulo ko ekatarina Angunda den namurul nangikulo uro kitinanda Angunda den nadaran yang konye maluliri tananu ya kulota ai nangonga banyukonga na berona ai namaro banyukonga na berona ya kulota ai mudunya banyukonga na berona ya kulota ai kikodo wakunike maiko ko manetike mpuna tigor biong an kaglelek ngona magortu akoda de karabari kukutido atu okake ngoje kendali do si chikotuan ai kemni ngabaduru amanga kando urkulu kinyoje ngakuluka adichinga nganya ai turkele kapeta nangonga nangikulo bo de katanina amunda de namuru nangikulo buro kitinana amunda de nadaran yang konye baludiri dutananu ya kulota ai nangonga banyukonga na berona ai namaro banyukonga na berona ya kulota ai udunya banyukonga na berona ya kulota ai momoka lalia lelenga Ingona tarunda munu kotu yare Ija ichikundo gorong mede di kobilito Kulolo mamandu bigitu sosota ai Ababa nanda unekuen Ogongi kanyara kaka moruga kakita Ai nanda mechundene Hikemni hitwa Hichuryu lelenga Kodo hingi di giling Naikemni angoba tururu Nangonga nangikulo bo ekatanina Amunda dem namuru nangikulo uro kitinana Amunda dem nadaran yang konye maluliri dutananu ya kulota ai nangonga banyukonga na berona ai namaro banyukonga na berona ya kulota ai udunya banyukonga na berona ya kulota ai Alelengai, kolobata tolelengai Namoro, iri banyukonga na berona Angoseri, nangutu dungoni bewuri Izolon teivi, nangutu dungole kowale Nerenye, baba konanto Moji kwenye pujotalika Nangonga, nangikulo ko ekatalina Amunda dem namuru nangikulo uro kitinana Amunda dem kansugadaru banyukonga na berona Lira longira banyukonga na berona Limi laiker banyukonga na berona Chalimo kiri banyukonga na berona Ori diwolo banyukonga na berona Amunda dem Chale, banyukonge na berona Amunda dem Mere romogi banyukonge na berona Lokucho kat banyukonge na berona Namaro banyukonge na berona ya kulota ai Udunya banyukonge na berona ya kulota ai
Okay, welcome back again. ده كان فاصل بسيط أنا شغلت هنا to give myself a space between here and there والناس المستمعين برضو كان كلام بيجي كتير بعد مرات you need something تاني to start from that's this way أنا شغلت هنا ده زي ما أنا قلت قبل جنوب السودان لازم داير تغيير جذري because it's too deformed to be reformed. جنوب السودان عنده أولاد وبنات intellectual, those who have a skill of leadership to take this country forward. جنوب السودان ما give birth only to Salva Kiir as the last educated man that we have in South Sudan. No. He embarrassed us to the level that the rest of the country see us like that's the highest education level that South Sudanese have here outside Doda. This is whereby we provided him as an option, you know. وده فضيحة لنا فضيحة لدولة بتاعنا, you know. So who wanted to see such country, very rich country today, very rich country, يعني احنا ممكن نبني South Sudan ده like أحسن من دبي في فترة وجيز جدا like 5 ل 7 سنة. بنربط كباري, بنربط شوارع, agriculture يشتغل, health system. On the top of all this, we can even provide service to people who like are not able to work, like widows, elderly people. They can get some help. They can get some assistance from government. We can do this. We can do better. وأنا بشكر ربنا إن إحنا كتار, we outside here in diaspora, we are many. We can adapt the good culture that we come here. We learn some new stuff to go and build our country. But opportunity haven't been given. People are just there to loot, steal, destroy. Because this is exactly job of the thief. When the thief come to your house, they come to steal, destroy, and make so much damage in your life. Those of Mu'tamar al-Watani today live in Juba. I don't believe it's an SPLM, because SPLM, it wasn't this SPLM that was in Bush before. You know, those are the criminal people that used to live in UK, London. As soon as we get this country independent, they came, dig the ground running. They hit the ground running, straight to Juba, take all the key positions. They took all the key positions and they start to chase away all these educated people, people who is skilled enough to build the country, have been chased out of the country. And they left all Iyal Bitam, they left their children out here in diaspora. Here in Australia, how many women here left in Australia with children and their husband live in hotel in Juba? How many people have left, South Sudanese men left wives in US, in Canada, in Europe with children, and they went back home in the name of building the country, but they are destroying the country. They went there in the name of building the country that we have today. Where have you seen an MP or minister live in hotel for 10 years? Enjoying life in hotel for over 10 years. Where have you seen this is happening? Only in South Sudan. And they loot all the money and send it in diaspora. Send all the money out here in diaspora, in US, in Canada, Australia. Their family are happy here. And we here working 24/7. We cannot make the amount of the money that they do today. They have today. Some of us work 2 jobs, 3 jobs, just to provide some meal to our family members back home. Some of us work, we work like we non-stop, because we have family members back home there. They cannot even eat 1 meal a day because they work 10 months with no salary for this president called Salva Kiir today. And we deserve better. Our fathers, our forefathers fought for that country to liberate this country from Sudan. The level of humiliation and abuse we get today from this President Salva Kiir. Until when are we going to be quiet? Because now we're getting old. We are getting old today. I don't believe after 5 or 7 years, some of us will be still in this media to talk. I don't believe after 7 to 10 years, some of us will be still here to make an awareness or to give awareness. I don't believe that will happen. Because the pressure that we put into ourselves today in diaspora here, to run upside and down, to run 24/7, to have enough money to pay your own bill here in diaspora and pay for your family back home to eat, to pay for your father and mother to get some better treatment, to pay for your sister child to go to school, because government is providing nothing. Salva Kiir regime is a tribal regime, tribal system that kill and rape, displace South Sudanese people day and night. That's an abuse, ya Jama. The abuse that we are learning here in diaspora today. Financial abuse, physical abuse, mental abuse. I can't remember if I call finance abuse. All this type of abuse is happening right to all South Sudanese citizens in South Sudan. Today, I want to ask, where is this international community people are talking about? They're happy to divide us from Sudan and not looking into how we are going, how we live, how are we there now doing. They're supposed to follow up. This very international community, they're supposed to follow up with us and see how are we struggling with this system that we are under today after our secession from Sudan. There is nothing too late, guys. My beloved people, there is nothing too late. You guys need to stand up, and you need to stand up for your right. Today, if you work for somebody 10 months with no salary, you become part and parcel of that person who abusing people. Because you refuse to speak up. You refuse to reject the slavery that they put you through. You refuse to stand up and ask for your right as a civil servant. The hak bitak. You need to know what is your right, and you have a right to speak about it. Our Constitution of South Sudan says every individual should work and get paid every month accordingly. Hatta can be a basit, you get your pay according to what you have signed for. Our Constitution also says there is a freedom of speech, but today there is no freedom of speech, because if you speak up, they tie you, they kidnap you and put you in blue house. They torture you. But moto jamaa iris atla kullakun fi share bezata sana kad nasal nuswan iyal iyalkum. Today, if you don't want to talk to bring peaceful livelihood lejanak or a peaceful life environment for your child, then I don't think it's a good idea that I should tell to iyal zato. Because you don't mean to give birth to a child and suffer and make them suffer. When you give birth to a child, you want to take care of them. You want to see that child happy. You want to see that child go to school. You want to see that child is growing in health, good health manner. You want to see that child is getting dressed up like any other child and live a happy life. Because this child is growing up with depression and stress and anxiety and all this. Imagine this child when becomes 17, 18 of years of age, he will become something else. He will rebel against the family and against his community and against South Sudanese citizens at large. Because Callisto have spoken. You guys are supposed to support him. When he have been when they kidnapped him, I was thinking to see all mothers are outside on the street. I was willing to see all our mothers are outside asking for their own son, for their own brother. Where is our own beloved brother? Where did you took him? One person cannot make a change. Remember, together we are strong. Together we are strong. But if it's become one person, it's easy to break. It's easy to put them down. But together we are very strong. Ya Jama, ya Junubin. Morris Lado, Anna Katet link if you wanna come up. Press into one of the link. I will bring you up. Come and give me your opinion. So, together we are strong. Yes, they terrorize you. They tell you that men than a rubber bullet, in than a live bullet. They is scaring you not to attempt, not to take that route, because they know this route will throw them out of the window. They know exactly this route. If Junubin came out on the road or on the street to protest, we will be out of the window. They know that. That's why they trying to scare you guys by telling you guys, men than a talga, men than a gumbula shatta wala talga tashash dak talga taish. عربي زي بجد ده من ده الطلقه الطايش ده لكن عندنا الطلقه الحي بنضرب اي زول. That's the way, just how to control you. That's the way how to put you under their knees. That's the way they use how to make you feel like you have no power. If I come out, I will be gone. This way, by when you see somebody came like واحد زول جبرة سري بغطوا بقفلوا بقتلوا بيعملوا أي حاجة عشان يخوف أي جنوبي تاني. You guys need to come out. إيش بيقى become 500 pounds. إيش واحد 500 pounds. Okay. Today you're receiving salary of 300 pounds في شهر. بمعنى ده سير بتاع 6 أرغفة. 6 إيش؟ نقول لكم بعربي البسيط. 6 إيش؟ حساب سالري بتاعك ده 6 إيش بس. وعندك 7 عيال ولا 8 عيال plus you plus your husband plus your mother-in-law that live with you at home. Where is all these people going to eat from? And you there you pretend to be quiet. You there pretend to be like نمشي نحرق فحم ناكل عيالي. You guys are destroying the environment. تحرق فحم ليه؟ في شغلانيات كتير في بلده. كان في فحم دار يحرقوه حكومة انتوا الراس بيعرف أخشاب يتبقى يحرقوه برا من مدينة، برا في محلات البرا من مدينة، برا من ذاته areas عشان ما يدمج environment بتاع بلد. Have you seen طريقة بتاع حرقوا فحم بتاعكم? What did you cause last year when the heat temperature reached 50 plus? نمن إيال كله قاعدوا في بيت. I understand people want to survive. That's this way by they're cutting tree and making charcoals. Like in got a damaged environment. Few other jobs have to be done, but you haven't been given opportunity. So opportunity to get that opportunity, you guys need to stand up and remove this system. You guys need to stand up to stop enslaving your children tomorrow. We already been in we already in that list, because the amount of the loan that our country has at the moment with Egypt, with Dubai, with China, with what all these countries that gave our country loan of money. Today, we are going to pay part of it, and your children and my children going to be responsibility that they going to carry on their neck. Or else في villages بيشيلوا، في مطار جوبا بيشيلوا، في منو بيشيلوا، مالا ديل كله بيشيلوا مننا عشان قروش في هناك شالوا الديون بأسامي بتاعنا. Where have you heard in one country in all this world, country can go and get loan from another country to come and pay salary with a civil servant? Only in South Sudan. And yet we are rich. We are not that people that can tell Miguel we are poor. We are not poor, but we have poor leaders. That's the fact. We are not poor, but we have poor leaders with poor mentality. So this stuff needs to stop, and cannot stop without your support. You need to stand up, and I will have to stand up, and we all have to stand up. We have to march to J1 and ask President Salva Kiir to resign. We need our power back as citizens. We need our power back because we have all the rights to choose our own president. We need to vote for the right person that we see and have ability and capacity of leading the country and leading us and protect our borders. That borders that we have today is open like Zeriba with Murada. We need somebody that have ability and capacity to protect our borders, to protect our land, our constitution, and citizen of South Sudan. We need president that will come and love us all equally, not to favor Jeng from Cholo or Cholo from Maban, Maban from Fertit, Fertit from Equatoria, Equatoria from Anuak. No, we need a president that bring us all one in unity and give us equal right, give us all the same type of job that everybody will be able to provide for their own families. We need a president that will bring the ministers, the right minister in the right position, not to appoint family members, not to appoint in-laws, my son-in-law, my daughter-in-law, my stepson, my daughter's husband. No, we need president that can appoint, can bring people according to their according to their qualifications. We have many people in South Sudan that have qualifications, but they have been chased away. They have been chased out of the country, or they zipped up their mouth not to speak up. Their mouth has been zipped up. We don't need this type of president. We need a president that can stand up when our people get humiliated in Egypt. He can come here according to their bilateral relationship with Egypt. They have right to speak up with President of Egypt. If our people have been mistreated in any camp of Sudan or South or Uganda or Kenya, he have right and will stand up to bring back all his people back home and provide them all kind of service that they need. Support them, give them shelters, give them humanitarian aid, health, clean water, and everything. We need a president that put the infrastructure first, built between the states, roads, bridges, and all this. We need a clean energy power in Junub Sudan. Ma baburat al bongulu from Egypt. We don't need these generators. We are not in the time of generators that will just bring generators from Egypt to use in South Sudan as power for us. We can build our own dam and wallet kahraba. Malu yani. We have this moya rejari sakit. Mind shokol. وجست نشوفه كده يقدروا فوق كريستالات ووساخه يقدروا فوق الناس اللي قاعدين طلقتوا بانون ما قان من ده يقدروا جو شوال يقدروا جو بحر ده شغل بتاع بحر. We have this Nile is running all the way لحد من جنوبنا لحد في ايجيبت هناك ده شغل بتاعه شنو. We have business to do with it. مصريين ما يعمل لنا headache. We have right. دي كل حاجات سلفا ما شغال فوق. It's time for us to call it a spade a spade. Salva Kiir need to go, and he must go. When I say Salva Kiir must go, he have to go with all his cabinet. All his cabinet. We don't need none of them because they destroyed that country enough. They destroyed us enough. They put this country to the level of if anybody came to this seat to make change, it will take time. Because now we have been put in big amount of loan and all these countries wanted their loan to be paid. Or else some crisis that we're going to reach for, God will be the witness. So I have gone 2 hours, 15 minutes. So I want to say thank you for being here, Brother Morris, Lado, and some brothers who came and left, and some people will come and listen to this video later on. Don't forget to share to some groups, WhatsApp or Facebook platforms. Don't forget to tag friends. I wanted this message to go across to some people that wasn't here wasn't here neither during the show. Again, as I said, I was here to congratulate our brother Callisto for coming out today from being kidnapped 5 months and a half ago. He's good, but health-wise, he needs medical checkup. He needs more to check to seek medical attention because he's a little bit unsteady on his feet. But again, gradually he will be okay if we took good care of him. Last night we've been in Clubhouse since last night until this morning. We have there is a GoFundMe that we have created a couple of months back for his lawyer But again, now today he's out. We don't have to pay the lawyer anymore. We're using that GoFundMe to add some more cash in it and send it to his wife maybe, so he can be taken care of لحد ما هو يكون واقف على كرينه. So we wish him all the best and quick recovery, as I said mentioned earlier. ربنا يكون معه ويحفظه ويخليه safe to this national security. Listen to me and listen carefully. I know it عندك upper hand, it عندك ايدين طويل، لكن ايدينك طويل ده ساقة يا بقطع. ترى فات ايدينك تاني والله الساقة ده يا بس بترنجة بس بقوم فوق كده. انت مش شفت اللايتنينج القام يومين ده في مقويرة. You guys are looking for this trouble. ساقة بس يا بقوم يا بس بدوق ايدينك ده برا. Because you have killed enough Junubin. You have killed enough Junubin. And your propaganda, your game, sometimes you guys release people like that and you come and kill them outside. If they decided to go for Ilaj, you choose for them to go where? Masir, Kenya, and then you communicate with those people there, injecting these people to die. And they bring them back home dead. Ashani Gulugali takon ma part of it. But I want to tell you something. Zol al-Gadi Amel Jaraim da, he will never walk away free. He will never walk away free. Because Hajata Ita cause there is going to overdose and target Ita Sato al-Gadi cause this problem. So for my blood followers, you guys are following in this room. As I said, there is a GoFundMe that we start contributing some Gurushina for his treatment. We wanted to see if family wanted to send him outside the country or just treat him within the country. But for me, I encourage him to go to the safest country that he can choose. And he knows that country, there is safety for Gumafaja Batal. Can maybe for Europe or for US or for Mahal Tani. It's not bad. He can go. He's not gonna run away because he made it clear last time when he came in in Facebook. He said, "Don't force people to be rebellion. I'm here to stay, and I will stay in Juba, and I'm an SPLM." Kalamu da wadih wa clear. The guy is not gonna go anywhere. He's there to stay, but let him seek medical attention to stand back up on his feet. The haja hakuma lazim yamuru, and family member have to praise this. If they have to ask Salva Kiir, I know nowadays everybody is in house arrest in Juba. That's wallahi khaito. Ita kun nasa alfi Juba nas MPs nas ministers there. I knew that most of you ita kun fi house arrest because none of you can go anywhere besides Elia Lomoro and Albuol will different Michael Mukwe. Those are the MPs there, few MPs that can get in to my initiative in Nairobi. But now this case of Tumaini initiative is going to close, you know. So I don't think we will see you anymore going anywhere. Lakin for Kalista Ladu's case, you guys are the one caused him into that, put him into that level. You have to go and seek medical attention. Kurakum firagaptakum. Because we are not going to go quiet. We're going to spread this in all our platform media houses, and we're going to send this message also to UN and international community, and we're going to see the ambassador that met him by then in BC. They have to find a way how to send him out to get treated. So if you wanted to help, don't hesitate. If you in US, you can look for Sukaji. If you in Europe side, you can look for Rita or Lurit. Australia, it was here me. You can look for my contact details. I will be happy to assist you. If you wanted the GoFundMe, I will be happy to provide that. If you wanted to send it قروش نفسه ممكن I will see how can we help you out so you can reach to the uh, مرحلة بتاعت contribution بتاع coordination حاجة. So until here I believe is 2 hours 20 minutes. That's the maximum because normally I go only 2 hours and a half or 2 hours is good enough with me. I will have to close the show, but for now, let us put our brother in our prayer, put his family in our prayer, because without God, remember, we always have to seek God first. We have to put him in God's hand, and God, sometimes through God, everything is easier. بالذات حاسة إن إحنا عندنا مطالب كتير، يعني إحنا دايرين إنه يمشي يشوف يفولو ميديكال الناي بتاعه ده تشيك اب بتاعه ده برا من جنوب السودان. يعني في حواجز، لكن ربنا بعد مرات يا بكسر حواجز ده بصوم وبصلاة وبدعوات الكويس ربنا بيسمع. So let us keep him in our prayer. Let us keep his wife also in our prayer because it's not easy for her. It's not really easy. She's a very strong woman. God bless her. God keep her safe, and the children also. So up to here, I want to say thank you for coming up and thank you for being part of this platform today. ربنا يبارككم ويحفظكم لحد ما نتقابلوا الأسبوع القادم بإذن الله. I will play my last song, then I will end up the show. Thank you.